Hello everyone, today we're going to present our analysis, Group 5's analysis of Indonesian stocks, which is ANTM and BRIS. So in Group 5, we have me, Tabina, and then we have Angelica Irawan, Alvari, and Anindya. Next. So first we are going to discuss about ANTM. Next. So ANTM is a vertically integrated export-oriented, diversified mining and metal company with operations spread throughout the Indonesian islands. They undertake all activities from exploration, excavation, processing through to marketing of nickel ore, ferronickel, gold, bauxite, and coal. So their core businesses includes nickel, gold, and refinery, and bauxite and alumina. Next. So the reason why we chose ANTM is because they focus on the two most important commodities, which is nickel and gold. And ANTM has also historically followed the price of gold worldwide, which has a positive correlation. For that reason, our group decided that this stock is more likely to always go up in the future. Next. Here we can see that the share price counted on the 22nd of April has risen to 1,775,000 rupiah. So it opened at 1,780. Its lowest is 1,775 rupiah, and its highest is in 1,800. The market capital is 42.77 trillion. P/E ratio is 13.86, and its dividend yield is 4.48%. Next. The share prices for the year to date has increased to 35 points or 2.02%. Here, ANTM stocks can be seen to have an all-time low between the month of February to March 2024. However, entering the month of April, ANTM stocks gradually risen even though there was a slight drop. So these are as well strength, weakness, opportunities, threats analysis. So their strength is that they have a variety of products, vertical operation, international and domestic orientation, and a very good reputation. Their weaknesses, however, is that they focus on international demand rather than domestic, and their demand is slowly decreasing with changes in trends. Opportunities that they have is that they can reach global orientation and that Indonesia has a large area to mine. And lastly is the threats, which is industry growth of renewable energy and material finishes. Next. Now we are going into the qualitative analysis of ANTM. Here we can take note of 6 competitive advantages, which is the strong market position, diversified product portfolio, strong financial position, commitment to sustainability, government support, and growth potential. Next. This is a business model we took note from ANTM. Here we have the key partners, which is the government, agencies, technology providers, transportation and logistic companies, financial institutions. This is basically just a simple model that we took from ANTM. Next. These are some industry trends that can impact ANTM, which is firstly is the rising demand for electric vehicles because the driving demand for battery metals like nickel, and there's a significant growth opportunity for ANTM in that sector. ANTM can benefit by strategically expanding its nickel production capacity and focusing on high purity nickel suitable for EV batteries. Next, we have the focus on sustainability because now every business is trying to focus to reduce carbon footprint, minimizing waste, and ensuring responsible mine reclamations. Next is geopolitical tensions and technological advancements, which has a large impact on ANTM.
Next is we're going to look into the quantitative analysis of ANTM stocks. This is a graph of the company's revenue from 2018 to 2022. So ANTM's revenue for fiscal years ending December 2018 to 2022 averaged around 33,948.4 billion. This is the summary of ANTM's revenue over the last 4 quarters from 12,247.3 billion to 9,237.9 billion. Here's the price to earning ratio condition of ANTM. So comparing to their competitors like PT Adaro Energy with 2.970 PE ratio and PT Vale Indonesia with 9.45 PE ratio, PT ANTM is relatively normal to doing well in price to earning condition. Next is the earning per share ratio condition or EPS condition. And when it comes to EPS ratio, PT Aneka Tambang is far more got the advantages comparing to their competitors like PT Adaro Energy and PT Vale Indonesia, who only have 0.01 EPS, meaning that they are less likely to distribute its profit to its shareholders. Next is the technical analysis. Here's the support and resistance. The current price of Antam could be a potential short-term support level. It is because it represents a recent price point where the price might have found some buying pressure, preventing a further decline. Next is the moving averages. The combination of these moving averages suggests that the price is in an uptrend and could continue to rise in the near future. Next is the volume. The stock's upward sloping moving averages and today's volume hint as a possible increase in buying interest. But however, if the Bollinger Bands start to widen, it could indicate rising volatility and potentially a challenge to the current uptrend. Next is the Fibonacci retracement. The first is the short-term or weekly. The price seems to be approaching a potential support area located at the projected 61.8% retracement level. And then in the upcoming weeks, a short-term target price may be in the area of Indonesian rupiah of 1,600 to Indonesian rupiah of 1,700. This target range is based on the possibility that the price may attempt to revisit the swing high at 1,600 Indonesian rupiah before potentially continuing upwards. Next is the long-term or quarterly, and in the long run, a target price of 12,100 Indonesian rupiah may become more feasible if the uptrend continues and the price decisively breaks over the resistance. But to do this, there would be a need to be a large price increase and persistent momentum. Here are some factors that can impact the Antam stock, such as internal and external factors. The internal factors, such as company performance, management decisions, and industry trends, and external factors, such as macroeconomic conditions, government regulations, investor sentiment, foreign investors, and also news and events. Here are some of the examples of the news of the growth of Antam stock. Next, we are going to look into Bank Syariah Indonesia.
Okay, so for the next stop, we're going to analyze Bank Syariah Indonesia. So about Bank Syariah Indonesia itself, Bank Syariah Indonesia or BSI is a banking institution in Indonesia that operates services based on Islamic Sharia principles, and BSI was formed from the merger of several major Sharia banks in Indonesia, namely Bank Syariah Mandiri, BNI Syariah, and also BRI Syariah. And the core businesses of BSI includes retail banking and also wholesale banking. The reason why we chose BSI as our stock is mainly because of its safety factors. Other than being watched by OJK, Sharia banking is also actively being watched by Sharia Supervisory Board, so it is very safe and protected from any form of scams. Now, this is the detail of BSI's share prices. So as of the close of the market on the day the chart was captured, which was March 12, 2024, the share price of SBSI was 2,520 rupiah, and then the share price has decreased by 0.79% since the previous close, and the high price for the day was 2,540 rupiah, and the low price was 2,480 rupiah. And then the total market value of all of BSI's outstanding shares is 115.54 trillion rupiah. For the PE ratio, on the day the chart was captured was 20.38, and for the dividend yield, it was 0.37%. Now, while BSI's share price has dropped recently, it is important to remember that the stock has seen significant growth overall, and in fact, it has reached its highest point in the months following March 2024. Okay, so this is the SWOT analysis that we did for BSI. So for the strength itself, BSI is the largest Sharia bank in Indonesia, and then BSI also partly owned by the Indonesian government, which provides them with financial stability and potential benefits in regulations. And then the third one is expanding Sharia ecosystem to offer a wider range of Sharia compliant financial products and services, which is growing demand for Islamic finance in Indonesia. For the weakness, there are lower profitability because Sharia compliant financial instruments may have lower profit margins compared to conventional banking products, and then reliance on government funding, which is because BSI's partial ownership can make them reliant on government funding and responsive to changes in government policies. For the opportunities, there are growing Islamic finance market and also government regulations that support Sharia banking. For the threat, there's in the Indonesian banking sector is becoming increasingly competitive, and with both conventional and Sharia banks vying for market share, and also regulatory changes governing Islamic banking, which could disrupt BSE's operations. Next. Next is the qualitative analysis. Okay, so here are the competitive advantage that we identify from BSE. The first one is that they have an expertise in Sharia compliance because they have a deep understanding of Sharia principles and offers exclusive within the framework of Islamic finance, allows BSE to offer a wide range of Sharia compliant products and services. They also have a strong brand recognition, extensive distribution network, strategic partnerships, and also they maintained a robust risk management practices to mitigate risk associated with its banking operations. Next, please. And this is the business model of BSE itself.
Okay, lastly, in this qualitative analysis, here are the industry trends. And here are the 4 key trends impacting the bank area Syariah. There's first global growth and green and sustainable finance. And there are also Islamic finance tech and startup. And lastly, the cross-border expansions and collaboration. So next slide. Now we are going to jump to the quantitative analysis. So first, based on the company revenue, here are the following of a graph that the company revenue from 2020 to the 2023. As you can see, the company itself has constant growth in company revenue. Next slide. And here are the recap of each quarter for the last 4 quarters. Next slide. And next, we're going to discuss about the price to earning ratios conditions of BRIS, where they actually scored 20.61, which is a normal relative to its competitors, compared to their competitors like PT BCA with 23.79 price to earning ratios, and PT PNBS with 7.94 P ratios. PT BRIS is relatively normal to doing well in price to earning conditions. And next is the earning per share ratio or EPS conditions. So when it comes to earning per share ratio, PT Bank Syariah Indonesia is actually got the advantages, but it's still below its competitors. So its competitors like PT PNBS which only have 7.94 EPS, meaning that they are less likely to distribute its profit to stakeholders as dividends, whereas competitors like PT BBCA have 395.11 EPS, meaning that they are more likely to distribute its profit to stakeholders as dividends. So it is actually a normal condition. Next slide. And here are the various stocks price that impacted the variety of the stock prices. First, there are internal factors, which consist of the performance of the Bank Syariah itself, from the financial performance, product innovation, and also management effectiveness. Next, there are the global factors, where it counts the oil prices and also the global financial markets, and the external factors that consist of the Indonesian economy, government regulation, Islamic banking industry itself, and the interest rates of the banks. Next slide. And here are the examples of the various stocks news that impacted our decision to buy BRIS. Next, and for the conclusion, in general, PT Aneka Tambang is currently ahead from its competitor in the mining industry sectors in Indonesia compared to PT Vale Indonesia or PT Adaro, and PT Tambang is more attractive to investor eyes because it was a high earning per share ratio. However, there are many internal and external factor effect that impact the effectiveness of ANTM itself. But the stocks, through all factors, are still attractive opportunity in the future. And on the other hand, PT Bank Syariah Indonesia is currently doing also well, but from their competitors, but still below some of its competitors in the banking sectors in Indonesia. Compared to PT Bank Panin, it is still doing far more well. But however, when it comes to PT Bank BCA, Bank Syariah Indonesia are still behind, since PT Bank BCA is more attractive to investors because got a EPS ratio. But the stocks still have the opportunity, but currently are going down on stock prices. And that's it from our group. Thank you for your attention.